Hey friends, this is Chris. Short video on what to do if your home button or any button stops working. Any hard button stops working on your phone, on your iPhone. This is an iPhone 6 and tonight my home button is dead. Phone works fine other than that. In fact, even Touch ID works great. The problem if you have this issue is that you will not be able to exit whatever the last app that you have opened. So what do you do in this case? Because even if you, like I just showed you, I go out and come back in, I do not have that option to exit this app, which is the settings app. So we're going to cut the phone off completely by holding down the power button, swipe off the power option, and we're going to give it a moment to power down. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and give you some other key pieces of information. This might be more than you want to know. But unfortunately, the home button, although it's just a simple button, it holds 3 different features all in one, shared with one cable. It has the button feature, the hard button that works as your home button. The other second obvious one is the Touch ID, your fingerprint recognition to unlock your phone or to make purchases or open up any password protected apps and stuff like that. And then the third feature is this metallic reflective disc is an electrostatic reader. It reads when a finger's touching it, and that's when it tells the Touch ID to work. And it also works if you double tap it. It'll lower the apps to make it more accessible for your single hand to reach. Anyway, they share one cable, so if one of the 3 goes out and you need to replace them, you're going to replace the button. They do make replacements, knockoffs. The issue is that when they're manufactured at Apple and they're being assembled, for security reasons, for the fingerprint reader, they match the Touch ID on the reader with the logic board, with the chipset that recognizes all the security features. So those are paired together. They're both unique. So if you put in a generic or any aftermarket or even an original Apple one that you might snatch from another phone, it won't work because they need to be paired. So Apple's the only certified repairman that can actually replace it to its full functionality. You can take it to a stand or a shop that does phone repairs, and they can replace the button for you, but you'll lose your Touch ID feature. So you can choose what's most valuable for you, to have the option to hit the home button or and not having Touch ID. It's a matter of how much you want to spend on the repair. If you go to Apple, you're probably going to spend significantly more. And you lose the Touch ID feature if you go to a shop, basically. Or you can just keep it the way it is and not have the touch button. So what do you do? So let's turn it back on now. We've got some reminders popping up. Let's clear them. It's going to ask me for my, the only reason why I brought that up because it recognized my thumb. So it asks for the password the first time you turn it on. If I hit the home button, it doesn't take me back to my first screen. If I open up an app, I won't be able to X out of it. So you don't want to turn your phone on and off every time you want to X out of an app. You're going to go to settings. Apple does have a little workaround. You're going to go to general. This is iOS 10.2, but it's been fairly standard. You're looking for accessibility, and inside of accessibility, you're looking for Assistive Touch. You're going to turn this feature on, and it's going to give you an option when you open it to hit your home button. If you've never used Assistive Touch, it populates on your screen this black button. It slides itself to the edges of the screen. It will always overimpose itself no matter what app is open, whether it be an Apple or a third-party app. When you hit it, you get, in this case, there's 6 different buttons. Every time they put out a new update, it changes a little bit. If we go back to settings, you can customize which buttons that you need. So in this case, if your mute volume isn't working or your volume buttons aren't working, you could, I don't even know what diagnostics does, but you could change features like volume up and down and reposition them. In my case, I only really need the home option. Or here we go. So you can reduce how many items come up. I only need one. And I'm going to change that to home. Okay, cool. You learned something new. So when I hit this now, it automatically just takes me home. Okay, that sped that process up by half a step. Another nice thing about it is if you double tap it, it still acts as a double tap home button. Or if I hold it down, I should get Siri. It was giving me Siri when it was in the menu, but now that it's direct, it's not. Anyway, so I completely lose Siri by doing this. Interesting, because it wants to wiggle and move away. But it's nice to be able to move it that simply, because if you have an app open and it's down here and you can't snap your picture, so you move it out of your way. Or if it's too far up and now you can't change the effects on the screen. So it's handy. And look, I'm already naturally trying to go back out and it won't let me. So just hit that and there I am. Get your phone repaired by Apple. It'll cost you a little more, but it'll be repaired in full. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful, especially if you're currently in a jam and need to use your phone.